this is a really good book or I'm going to be disappointed by it, I think. One or the other. I don't know whether there are any pictures in here. I imagine there may not be because it's unofficial, but we'll have a look. So let's have a bit more coffee first. Okay, I'm going to move my candle over to there, move my coffee over to there, and open up the book. So, oh, that's quite good. That's, oh, now what was that? Mandrake, screaming mandrake, gets pulled out of the soil. So this is a second edition published in 2021 by SJG Publishing in the UK, and the author is Zoe Clark. And here are the contents. We've got Start of Term Banquet, Voldemort, Victuals, Wintertime, Warmers. Mrs. Weasley's Tuck Box, Lockhart's Love Larder, End of Term Feast, Quidditch World Cup Picnic, and the Hogwarts Express Sweet Trolley. There's the introduction. I've already read that little bit out. So let's see, it says, pick your feast. If you're after roasts and pies, followed by apple pie and butterbeer, you'll want the Start of Term Banquet. The Bloody Baron and Nellie Headless Nick will help you celebrate Halloween in ghostly style with severed meatball heads and shrieking shakes. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at the actual recipes. So it starts with the Start of Term Banquet. It's September, the start of the new school year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. All the young witches, wizards and teachers gather in the Great Hall for the Start of Term Banquet. Whether you're in Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw, everyone looks forward to the food magically appearing on the long tables. tablespoon of sunflower or vegetable oil. To make the batter, 140 grams of plain flour, 2 large eggs, 175 millilitres of milk, whole or semi-skimmed. How to make it? Preheat the oven to 220 or 200 Celsius fan, gas mark 7. Place the chipolatas in a 20 nice for this time of year. Then we go on to Voldemort Victuals. The 31st of October is the date Lord Voldemort killed Harry's parents, but he gets to experience a different kind of Halloween at Hogwarts. Live bats fly down from the ceiling, trolls roam the school, and who could refuse an invitation to an looks as though it's got Brussels sprouts in it, so no. I really, really don't like Brussels sprouts. This one is the Hog's Head Hoglets in honey and mustard. Sausages on a stick. And then we've got baked golden snitch cinnamon apples. They sound nice. Let's see, how do you make these? What you need is 1 apple per person, cooking apple or eating apple, 1 tablespoon of raisins or sultanas per apple, brown sugar, cinnamon and butter or margarine. How to make it? Preheat the oven to 180 or 160 Celsius, fan, gas mark 4. Pour a cup of water into a shallow baking tin. Make a continuous slit around the middle of the apple to stop it bursting in the oven. Place the apples on a baking tray. Fill the centre of each apple with raisins or sultanas. Sprinkle brown sugar and cinnamon on the top of each apple. Place a small piece of butter or margarine on top of the sugar and cinnamon. Add a small cup of water to the baking tin. Place the shallow baking tin with the water on a low shelf. Place the baking tray with the apples on the shelf above. Bake the apples for 45 minutes or until they're soft. Sounds nice. And then in this box it says, we can't all win an enchanted golden snitch in Quidditch, but we can have a golden snitch apple to eat instead. These golden apples are much bigger than the walnut-sized snitch, easier to catch because they don't move at high speed, and much tastier to eat, although you won't get 150 points for your Quidditch team by scoffing one. Let's hope Lee Jordan doesn't provide commentary as you eat it. Oh look, Ginny's gingerbread. Yay! I love gingerbread. There. A lot of you know this already, but it is true. Let's have some more coffee. So let's see, how do we make this? What you need: 350 grams of plain flour sifted, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 4 tablespoons of milk, 175 grams of butter unsalted, 175 grams of black treacle, 175 grams of golden syrup, 175 grams of dark brown sugar, 150 ml of water and 2 large eggs. Then, how to make it? Preheat the oven to 170 or 150 Celsius, fan, gas mark 3. Grease and line 2 large loaf tins. Sift the flour, ginger and cinnamon together in a large bowl. Mix the bicarbonate of soda with the milk in a separate bowl and set aside. Melt the butter, treacle, golden syrup, sugar and water in a large saucepan. Add the melted ingredients to the dry ingredients and mix together. Beat in the eggs. Add the bicarbonate of soda and milk. Divide the mixture between the 2 loaf tins and cook for 50 to 60 minutes. You know, I might actually have a go at making that.